just arrived in Osaka. We've dropped our luggage off at a hopefully safe place, and we're going to go exploring and hope that our luggage is there on the way back.
It will be.
It will be. I mean, I only paid 300 yen for like all of our luggage, so...
They'll just take your laptop and leave the rest.
Yeah, this is apparently the most seediest place of Osaka though, so... But he did reassure me by saying it's government approved, and it had 5-star ratings. We'll be fine. It's the tower, built in replica of the Eiffel Tower.
The hard outside. Not a full donut, but a little donutty element to it, which goes very well with the ice cream. And the crunchy, sugary top.
So we just arrived at our place in Osaka, and this is the view from where we walk in. We're on the top floor, so we walk in, and on our right we have a toilet. We've got a little shower room in here. Hello. A sink, a little kitchenette, and then our bedroom with a little seat and a nice little peacock on the wall. This is our place for the next 4 days. Oh! What is that? What is that? Ollie will tell me. I would have assumed that would be where you hang your clothes, but why is there like a showery thing? Strange. Okay.
So obviously for putting your clothes, and you then put your luggage in here to stop it falling over.
But why has it got a drainage thing?
Maybe for hanging wet clothes?
Maybe.
Drip dry, yeah.
Shower?
For foot baths?
Maybe for foot baths. What did it say in the manual?
Didn't have it in the manual.
Look, can we get out on the balcony? And we have a little balcony. This is the view. We're very high up. It's a lot of lights. It's a lot of sensory overload, to be fair. And a lot of people. We're at the cup noodle factory, and I'm going to design a cup noodle. I'll show you later the other ones. We haven't been around the museum yet, we just went straight from the design.
Design. Start off with the ocean, with all the fishes swimming in it. Then you've got the beach with the torii gates. Then you've got the grasslands with the bonsai trees. And then you've got Mount Fuji with the red sun, which is obviously purple in this sunset, beautiful colours. And then you've got my cup noodles.
Very deep.
True story.
We then headed over to the Museum of Housing and Living, which had a full-scale recreation of Osaka in the Edo period. You got your umbrella, Rolly? I told you to bring it. I was also really impressed with their miniature replicas of everything. This one was of a festival that they had on the river, and you can just see how much detail they've put into these little models.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you don't find 'cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble.
Hello. So on our Japan beer tour, we're now on trying to find another brewery. Yeah. Not another one, actually this is the first brewery, isn't it? We're basically trying to find the most local beers that we can. So we're just going to go around it. I think we found it, you know, I think it's open and it's got pretty lights. I'm not brave enough to go in and film from the door, but they're literally doing the brewing right now, in there. And they keep on bringing out big lumps of herbs, which is probably what Ollie's is this very beer. It's a herby beer. Do you like it?
It's okay, it's different. It's like some of the other beers we've had, where they've been a bit dashy. It's one of their special beers they've done in conjunction with the local council or something like that.
Is it? How do you know that?
I read about it when we were in the other beer bar. It's art.
It's very artsy. The herbs. So we finished the brewery. We both got bitten, as you can see on my face. Oh, it's quite a big one actually. And now we're off to go and find
another brewery.
Another brewery. It's not a brewery. It's a microbrewery. That was a proper brewery because it was brewing there and then.
That's what a microbrewery is as well. That'll be a micro.
Well, anyway, we're gonna go and see this next one, but it is right by dinner. The restaurant that we just went to, I'm pretty sure that we were the oldest by
we are down with the kids.
at least 7 years.
That's ridiculous. They say the same about us.
It's fine. It was a full restaurant. For the most deserted restaurant, it was full. It was probably my least favourite restaurant that we've been to, but we'll move. Good morning. We are at Osaka Castle. So I'll be reading my bite from yesterday. She juicy, but we have arrived and it is raining. But look at it. This is the gate. What does the gate say? The North Gate. And there's the castle. There she is.
This is the castle.
The leaves are on the turn. They're on the turn. Oh golly, that's very zoomed in, isn't it? Why are you so zoomed? Like if it was a nice day, you'd be able to see. Oh.
Station number Q30.
Good morning. We're doing a check-in. We're in Nara this morning. We're going to go find some tea. Also, I was saying yesterday, how everywhere sings to you. Look at all the shops, supermarkets, all the trains. They all have a little different song. Look at that. Oh, that's so cute. It's got a very different vibe to it here, isn't it? They just come up to you and expect to have treats. I don't have anything for you, Missy. I don't have anything. There's nothing for you. Nothing. Dinner. I'm waiting for our lift because the lift takes ages here because we're on the 10th floor. But the advantage of that is we get free sky. So I went for a normal. We went for a special with a pork side and spicy number 2. We'll see. And I got a side of kimchi. Morning everybody. So today's another day. We are leaving our place and we are off to Kobe. Always very excited about trying the beef. And he's promised me that we can have a sushi night as well. So we're going to do a beef night and a sushi night. It's going to be a very expensive one. But it's fine. We can't go to Kobe and not get a Kobe beef, you know. I still need to pack. Problem with these small places is that we just don't have enough space for our stuff, so it's currently all over the floor. I won't show you that, but I do want to show you these really cool coffee bags. Hold on 2 secs. So they are like a little drip coffee thing, and then basically pull it open like this, and then can you see there's the drip coffee in there. You put it over the cup like so, and then you just pour the water into here, and then you let it drip down, and then it's drip coffee. I'm like, ooh, steamed up. It's amazing for like if you just want one drip coffee. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? The Japanese, they thought. I mean, you've probably all seen this before and you're probably like, cool, but it's been saviour of our trip. We are on a little hike and he's got his octopus socks on. He means, but you've got them on the wrong feet.
How'd you know? Because
the octopuses should be turning out.
Oh, they're turning in.
Yeah. So not everyone can see them.
Yeah, but they can see each other, so they're friends.
Yeah, it's Grandpa's birthday today, so Grandpa, happy birthday. If you're watching, probably not, but you might be. And we thought we'd do a hike in
He's not going to watch this, who is?
I don't know. Mum, Dad. We've already got lost a little bit, so true Grandpa Belk fashion.
Show the way. Come on and move.
Chicken first. First food. The piano man looks a bit done. And this guy doing a little handstand cartwheel. Yeah, you have to wait for me. So rude. Two lovers fell.
So you've got to put one hand like this, and then I'll put my hand on.
And then we ring.
And you say, I love you as you ring.
Golly, that's loud.
Sophie.
So we just arrived in Kobe
Hello.
space. This is our room. I mean, there's not much to show, to be honest.
But in here is a bathroom.
Here is our little bathroom. Fine for
Japanese
2 nights.
toilet?
Yeah, look, your little sprays on the side. Ollie's taken quite a liking to the spray. It's here.
Oh.
It even does the strength on this one, depending on how strong you want to spray yourself. It smells a bit funky in here though, and there was a hair on the bed. This is the views from our window. Lovely jubbly. But we're gonna go out tonight. We've booked a very early dinner because that's all they had at a Kobe beef place. So that's at 5:45, and of course we're going to go try a couple of the breweries around here before we go. So, first impressions of Kobe?
Nice.
Nice.
Nice having the city and then the greenery, and the herb garden was very pretty.
Herb garden was very pretty.
Not very Japanese.
Not very Japanese. Very strange actually. There was, well, you'll see, but there was like the English, kind of like English European thing, and then at the top there was like German, bit like a beer, like hot dogs, but not hot dogs. What's the German word for that? Basically like hot dogs and beer, and then lots of different smelly things. But it was a bit odd, but it was nice all the same. Yeah, it kind of has a weird European feel to it here. What's the history of Kobe? Did they have
Big
like?
port city.
Yeah, it's a big port city, but did they
So
must
the
have had,
Chinese-
the Europeans must have had influence over it, because there seems to be like a lot of, or maybe it's just tourism.
I guess a big port city is going to be used by traders, which would be more people coming into the city from the outside.
Yeah, true. But like there's little streets that are like trying to be very British, but I don't know. It's cute. I'll let you know what the food's like. So, we've just come back from our Kobe beef, and I forgot to take you with me. Us. Was it worth the money, Ollie? $1 million question.
Ooh, worth the money. I'd normally like more steak with my the bill, but it was a very unique experience. They cooked it right in front of us. It was very precise, and it did melt in my mouth.
So you got the sirloin.
And it was very nice and very tasty, and I've never eaten anything as slowly as I ate each morsel of that beef. But it was worth it and a great experience, and I think it was difficult to spend that much money on a relatively small amount of beef.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you.
But it was delicious.
We've been waiting all trip to do Kobe beef, And Ollie was like, no, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to save it for Kobe. We got an appetizer, which I hadn't. The appetizer wasn't. And then they'd like used all the fat juices from the beef to then pour over the vegetables. And that made it really tasty, didn't it? Yeah. And then we had it with wasabi.
They're all local Japanese vegetables.
Yes. Wasabi, salt and pepper. And then he told us which bits to try. And then he was like, this cut of beef you put in this bit and this bit, and then
depending on how fatty it was and things like that.
And the same with the vegetables. And we sat next to a couple who.
But one side,
she was like, "I'm vegetarian, so I'm not going to eat anything. I'll have the vegetables." But she wouldn't have been able to eat the vegetables because
they were
covered in beef fat.
The two sides of one, would you go to a very expensive? Yeah, you can see my mouth. Okay. Would you go to a very expensive meat restaurant as a vegetarian,
which I said
your
yes.
partner spend
over
£100 on his meal and you get the vegetables that come with it?
But as somebody who doesn't eat meat that often, I would have said yes, because I wouldn't be that like, I'd want you to be able to enjoy the experience, which I think was what her attitude was potentially. Or
but he was so keen on his meat, it was slightly.
But that's like me and you.
Yeah, but I don't fantasize about it the way that he was fantasizing about those steaks.
What did you say?
Talking about like dogs drooling and.
It's probably because he doesn't get steak that often, because she probably cooks vegetarian for him.
I reckon he gets steak quite often. On the other side of us was the couple on their honeymoon, where he was staying on for 2 extra weeks to go travelling, and she had to go back for work. And whether you would want that from a honeymoon with you and your newlywed that you just got married, you got on your honeymoon. And then one partner stays travelling for a few more weeks while the other has to return to newly married life on their own.
If it was me and you, we've been together for 8 years or whatever, so I'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, go off.
Okay, can we have that on the record, please, that I can go travelling for longer after...
Yeah, but we're doing a very different...
It's on the record. It's on the record.
Anyway, we are now going to go to our... spa onsen. I need to put a plaster on my tattoo. I don't know if it's that strict.
They literally say you would get turned away if you have a tattoo.
But you have to be naked. You're not allowed clothes. So we get separate ones. And I'll let you know how it is, because this is my first time with an onsen. So we'll check in once we're back. Just back from the onsen. So when I went in, there was one other girl in there, and then she left very quickly after I got in. It was just very hot. It was like a hot tub. It was fine. I'm glad that there wasn't anyone else there. I'm glad I did it. It was a nice, clean environment. I probably wouldn't do it again, not gonna lie. I mean, me and hot tubs are not really a vibe anyway, so being naked in a hot tub, it wasn't even a hot tub, it was like a swimming pool. Being naked in a swimming pool, but yeah, another one ticked off my list. But anyway, I will check in with you tomorrow. This morning we have come to the Earthquake Museum in Kobe, and we're going to have a look around. So, just finished in the Earthquake Museum. It's very educational. We got by all of the English-speaking volunteers there who wanted very passionate about, I don't know if they're volunteers or very passionate about the earthquake and the geology. Is that?
Yeah, geology.
Yeah. It was interesting. Thank you for finding it. We are like 2 hours later, and I feel like I've been on a school trip, but I have learnt a lot.
And we know the chances are there'll be an earthquake while we're here.
Yeah. He was like, so you're here 2 weeks and then another 2 weeks and then go back to London where you're safe. Okay.
It was a test at the end.
We did. But anyway, now we're off to Chinatown because it's apparently really good in Kobe. So right before we feel like we can get murdered, we find the place.
Hopefully.
We're currently on our way to a sake museum. It smells very winey around here, so I think we're in the right place. We've been shopping. We bought myself some trainers and another bag. Golly, the sun's bright. We're hopefully going to be there in a second. And Ollie promised me that there's sake tasting at the end. Although I'm not quite sure if I like sake. But
Tasting will be helpful.
tasting is always good. So we went on a pursuit of a brewery. It was the hardest place to find ever, and we failed.
Well, we know.
We succeeded in as far as we know where it is, but then they were closed because they ran out of beer over the weekend. But it was somewhere in this like shopping centre thing, but it was just very difficult to find it. So anyway, we picked up some just local beers because we walked for about...
Rocco beers from Rockaway.
Rocco beers from Rocket Island. We are in Rocket Island.
One more water.